Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this, and thank you for the opportunity to discuss an increasingly pertinent issue in our society: how social media bridges the environmental and economic gap in activism and paving the way towards sustainable development. In our rapidly changing world where the impacts of our actions transcend borders, the collective response to global challenges like climate change is more critical than ever. Therefore, it's imperative we discuss how social media not only highlights the gap between environmental activism and economic considerations, but also offers a pathway towards bridging this divide, facilitating a transition to sustainable development. Our journey today will take us from the roots of environmental politics to the complex interplay within sustainability and how social media has become a pivotal arena for this global dialogue. The divide. Deep or dark green environmentalism calls us to challenge and change the very foundations of our society, to respect nature beyond its utility to humans. Meanwhile, shallow or light green environmentalism brings to the table a pragmatic approach, emphasizing that incremental changes and technological advances are steps towards a sustainable future. These contrasting viewpoints set the stage for a nuanced discussion on sustainability's path forward. How do we marry these ideologies to foster a cohesive strategy for environmental conservation? Sustainability's evolution. This slide features our transition from grassroots activism to integrating environmental concerns into mainstream politics, and how it's an attestament to the evolving landscape of sustainability. This shift, marked by significant milestones like the formation of green parties and the establishment of global sustainability goals, represents our collective effort to find a harmonious balance between economic growth, environmental protection, and social equity. Each step in this evolution brings us closer to understanding the multifaceted nature of sustainability. Green ideas and political doctrines. The dialogue between green ideas and these political doctrines is rich and varied, weaving through the fabric of our global and local policies. This conversation challenges our conventional political divides and fosters new alliances, yet it also confronts us with conflicts and diverging interpretations. The North-South divide and the man-nature relationship are just examples of how deep and shallow green perspectives shape our approach to achieving sustainable development. At these crossroads, ecologism and ecological modernization present two pathways: one advocating for fundamental reevaluation of our relationship with nature, and the other seeking a balance between economic growth and environmental conservation through innovation. This dichotomy, with its strong and weak factions, encapsulates the debates that drive our strategies for sustainability. As we delve into the nuances of sustainable development strategies, it's crucial to recognize the internal spectrum within ecological modernization itself. The concept bifurcates into weak and strong. These approaches, each with distinct implications for our journey towards sustainability. We encounter weak ecological modernization, which favors technological fixes and often involves policymaking by a select group of elites. Many developed nations follow this path, leveraging technological prowess to retain economic dominance. On the flip side, strong ecological modernization invites us to envision a transformative shift, where democratic engagement and systemic restructuring become the cornerstones of integrating ecological considerations into society's very fabric. This distinction becomes particularly relevant in the realm of social media activism, which I will touch on more heavily later. Social media platforms can propagate the weak approach by promoting tech solutions and empower the strong approach by fostering democratic participation in the environmental discourse. But as I said, I'll get more into that in a minute. These differing ideologies illustrate the complex web of sustainable development. At the heart of this model, sustainable development, in the middle SD, stands as a convergence point for three crucial objectives depicted within a triangle framework. Economic growth, point A, focuses on the traditional drive for growth, which is often pursued without fully considering environmental or social impacts. Environmental protection, at point B, underscores the imperative to safeguard ecological health against the impacts of development. Social justice, at point C, advocates for equity and fairness, ensuring development benefits everyone, not just a select few. And the sides of the triangle represent the ongoing debates on balancing economic growth with equitable resource distribution. The lines drawn from each triangle point toward SD symbolize the goal of harmonizing these objectives, highlighting the need for an integrated approach to development, which, as I said, will be social media. Parallel concepts include ecological modernization, which is a reformist path that seeks to adapt existing structures for environmental compatibility via innovation. Additionally, eco-socialism is a radical vision advocating for a society and economy fundamentally restructured around ecological and equitable principles. And lastly, these arrows that are in the middle, encircling the triangle, illustrate the fluid interplay between these ideas and SD, emphasizing the challenge and necessity of achieving a balance amidst diverse and sometimes conflicting goals. The real question stands, however, how do we move forward, adopting both radical and incremental changes without compromising our common goals? The answer is through social media, which brings us to Sabatiera's advocacy coalition framework that suggests cohesive belief systems within policy domains are pivotal within learning and policy evolution. Within social media, we find a potent tool that transcends traditional battlegrounds for environmental advocacy, offering an unparalleled platform where voices, once marginalized or silenced, find resonance and reach. Social media is where the fragmented visions of our future coalesce, allowing deep and shallow green ideologies to engage in dialogue, debate, and ultimately synthesize. It's a realm where hashtags become rallying cries and viral posts turn into catalysts for policy reform and societal shift. This is the slide that features Sabatiera's advocacy coalition framework, and you can pause here to read a little bit more about it. Furthermore, social media and the coinciding awareness and education in the vast expanses of the digital world stands as a lighthouse, guiding us through the murky waters of misinformation and apathy. It is here that the complexities of climate change are distilled into digestible, impactful narratives. Campaigns launched across platforms not only educate, but engage the global citizenry, transforming passive observers into active participants. Through tweets, shares, and likes, we witness the democratization of environmental activism, making sustainability an accessible goal for all. Within the digital domain, social media fosters an inclusive community that transcends geographical boundaries. It empowers individuals to unite under the banner of sustainability, transforming solitary whispers into a collective roar. This digital mobilization isn't just about creating awareness. It's about forging connections that spur collective action. From local cleanup initiatives to global climate marches, social media has redefined what it means to be part of the environmental movement. The hashtag Renewable Energy campaign is a good example. It exemplifies social media's transformative power. What began as a hashtag evolved into a global movement, uniting individuals across the spectrum of environmental activism. This campaign illustrates how social media can be a force for unity, bridging ideologies, divides, and fostering a shared commitment to a sustainable future. It's a testament to the platform's ability to not just advocate for change, but to enact it, rallying communities around the vision of a renewable powered world. Beyond community engagement, social media emerges as a formidable force in shaping policy and corporate behavior. Viral campaigns have the power to sway public opinion, placing pressure on policymakers and corporations to prioritize sustainability. We've seen tangible shifts towards greener policies and practices through strategic campaigns and persistent online activism. In this sense, social media acts as a bridge between the will of the people and the halls of power, ensuring that the voice of the global citizenry is heard loud and clear. Here's some examples of the power of a hashtag. Let's consider the undeniable impact of campaigns like hashtag Fridays for Future, hashtag Plastic Free July, and hashtag Save the Bees. These are not mere digital trends. They are movements that have galvanized millions, prompting legislative changes and corporate shifts towards sustainability. They underscore the potential of a single hashtag to mobilize, educate, and inspire action on a global scale, proving that social media is an invaluable ally in the fight against environmental degradation. Furthermore, each of these movements demonstrates the unique way social media can serve as a conduit for bringing environmental issues to the forefront of public consciousness. They not only amplify the message, but also provide a platform for collective action and shared experiences. These campaigns foster a community of activists, educators, and concerned citizens, all working towards a common goal. The strength of these hashtags lies in their ability to bring abstract environmental issues down to a personal level, making it clear how individual actions contribute to global solutions. Through the stories and images shared under the banners, people are not just informed but are also emotionally engaged, driving a deeper commitment to environmental stewardship. It's this personal connection and collective action that make hashtag campaigns a powerful tool in the broader movement towards sustainable living. Social media transcends merely changing minds. It's pivotal in evolving our cultural fabric towards sustainability. In this digital landscape, deep and shallow green ideologies are not at odds, but are interwoven, creating a rich mosaic that values both revolutionary ideals and pragmatic actions. This intersection fosters a narrative of sustainability that's embedded in our collective consciousness, painting environmental stewardship as an intrinsic part of our identity. Through the viral nature of social media, stories of individual and community-led initiatives break down the barriers of geographical and social isolation, spotlighting the universal importance of every sustainable action. This digital realm democratizes environmental activism, making it accessible to all and showcasing the diversity of contributions towards sustainability, from local grassroots campaigns to global movements. Social media serves as a catalyst for cultural transformation, challenging the status quo of consumption and waste by promoting lifestyles and practices that prioritize the health of our planet. It amplifies the voice advocating for change, making the concept of sustainability a shared goal rather than a distinct ideal. It's here that potential for a sustainable future becomes visible and attainable, inspiring a collective movement towards living in harmony with our environment. In essence, social media molds a culture where sustainability is not a niche interest, but a universal commitment. It proves that when deep and shallow green ideologies converge, they create a powerful narrative for change, encouraging us to reimagine our relationship with the planet. However, social media does have some drawbacks. This digital frontier is not without its shadows. The echo chambers, the spread of misinformation, and the simplification of complex issues present significant challenges. These drawbacks remind us that social media is a tool, and like all tools, its effectiveness is determined by how we wield it. Vigilance, critical thinking, and inclusive dialogue are essential to ensure that social media remains a force for good, propelling us towards our shared vision of a sustainable world. In conclusion, our journey through the digital landscape of environmental activism reveals the dual nature of social media, a powerful catalyst for change and a mirror reflecting our collective hopes and fears. As we chart our course forwards towards sustainable development, let us harness the positive potential of social media while navigating its challenges with wisdom and foresight. Let's commit to using this tool not just to communicate, but to connect, not just to inform, but to inspire. Together, we can leverage the power of digital activism to forge a future where sustainability is not just an ideal, but a reality. Thank you so much for your engagement and your passion and your commitment to making a difference, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, and below is bibliography. Thank you.